The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047 as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
Diwali is in the air, and with it comes festivities and fasting. Luckily, my family and I can enjoy a nice, tasty veggie burger thanks to Royal Castle. Whether it's lunch or dinner, the Royal Castle veggie burger is great on its own or in a combo with a side and a 16-ounce drink. And it's healthy too. A nutritious patty made with oats, lentils, chana, potatoes, and carrots. Inside, a soft bun with tomatoes and lettuce. So for this season of lights, try the tasty and healthy veggie burger. Shubh Diwali from Royal Castle.
Having to lose someone you love is already hard, so funeral services and arrangements should be made easy. And at David Guide & Son, that is what we guarantee. We guarantee our customers exclusive services at affordable prices. Our services include funeral pre-arrangement packages, casket customization, great customer service, and the latest in body preparation technology, and the best fleet of vehicles to give your loved ones the send-off they deserve. With 4 convenient locations, feel free to call us or visit us at Port of Spain, 623-4906, Couva, 636-2435, San Fernando, 610-5062, and Point Fortin, 610-9200. With full funeral packages starting from as low as $7,500, call David Guide & Son Funeral Services today. David Guide & Son Funeral Services. Distinctive, not expensive.
Shiny and Ari Restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standards. Serving local breakfast items like sada, fry bake, roast bake, and pies. With all your favorite local fillings. Assorted lunches available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get pilau for $25 or get combination lunches from $25 to $40. They also have soup specials as well as crab and dumpling. From 6 p.m. have dinner on the pavement a la carte with burgers, fry nuggets, gyro, and just about anything you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your order. Shiny and Ari, Main Road, St. James, open 7 days a week.
Are you stressed and worried by problems? Then meet Priest Santosh Ji. Priest is specialized in palm, face, photo, date of birth reading, and gives solutions to problems in marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all black magic, negativity, bad luck permanently, and gives good luck and lifelong protection. Then call Priest Santosh Ji 384-3844. That's 384-3844.
Green Wall Production and Sweet Jean presents a grand black and white old school fundraising event.
Double Dutch bus coming down the street.
Saturday, November 4th.
Saturday, 4th November.
At Cayman Community Center, Cayman Road, St. Joseph, with 104.7 FM DJ, Starboy Curry, Sensational Sound, and the Old School Assassin, Music Jet. 3 big DJs out of More FM, coming to play. Advance tickets, $80. For more info, call 770-2703, 301-0755, and 286-2009. We are coming. Get your tickets now. In aid to raise funds to buy books, bags, and boots for children. Let's come together and help a child go to school. This ad sponsored by More FM 104.7.
Sheltec Electronics, Capital Plaza, 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Port of Spain. So you're looking for the best prices in gaming products? Come on down and visit Sheltec Electronics, the gamer's paradise. Get the latest PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch system, games and accessories, Apple Stream, Roblox cards, available. Daily clearance items up to 70% off. Pre-order new releases and save 15%. Come on, visit us online at sheltechelectronics.com. Cash in on the bargain. Sheltec Electronics, 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Port of Spain, 627-3757. Cash in on those bargains now.
This season is auspicious, KFC so delicious, a deal that celebrates us. Diwali delight, KFC. Diwali delight, packed with veggies and it tastes so right. KFC. Diwali delight, it's a taste that unites. Together we light up the world.
Your taste buds will be delighted this Diwali season. Bite into the Diwali delight offers from KFC. Enjoy our veggie sandwich for $29.95. Shubh Diwali from KFC.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
I was going to the Oval one evening and I stopped as it was drizzling and a radio station was on. And on that radio station, which wasn't my favorite station, but it was on in the vehicle I was in, a most vulgar and outrageous radio program was on the airwaves called The Ground Report. You all remember that? In that report, it was the nastiest, dirty, as a matter of fact, what caught my attention was how filthy the program was on our airwaves. And I was asking myself, how could this be permitted on the airwaves of Trinidad and Tobago, election or no election? And it was all about me and my father and my mother and this, and I had raped this, and I had done that, and the Ground Report. They want to know what the plan is? The plan is to put an end to this. And annoying me in the intervening period. You know what time I get up in the morning? I go to bed between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. I get up at daybreak. And when I get up nervous many times. Because what's going to happen to us as a people today? And all of a sudden they're concerned about debt in the country. They're concerned about who hungry. They're concerned about who starving. They're concerned about... Just give me a break. Thank you very much. A code, a mafiosi code. We keep each other's secret. It's only when you break rank, you go there and expose us, and for that, we're going to kill you politically. It's the code of the Cosa Nostra. As long as we stay together, not to breach the code of secrecy.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
More FM 104.7.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Water you turned into wine. Open the eyes of the blind. There's no one like you. None like you. Into the darkness you shine. Out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you. None like you. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Our God. Into the darkness you shine.
Sing!
The ashes we rise. There's no one like you. None like you. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Our God. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Our God. And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Stand against. Our God is greater. Our God
poor?
Well, that is so cliched. I'm not really trying to interfere with the bridge between the rich and the poor, because there's nothing wrong with the rich getting richer, but the poor must come out of poverty. Right? So
well, that's kind of bridging the gap,
That is the equation. It's not a seesaw where one has to go down for the other one to come up. You have to find a way that you encourage the rich to get richer, because in getting richer, they create opportunities for the poor. Opportunity. And of course, if one wants to take advantage of opportunities that are made available, one has to prepare oneself to make the sacrifice, to make the effort, because out of effort will come reward. So it's not a simple up and down situation. It is that you have a target of ensuring that no one is left behind and that there's opportunity for everyone to move up.
One of the things.
The withdrawal of the claim was of such obvious public importance and controversy because it was announced by the Attorney General himself, not Petrogen, which is a bit odd. The Attorney General, as you'll see from the press statement, uniquely referred himself to the Law Association for his handling of the case. Why on earth would you do that? The Petrotrin is a state-owned company and a major employer, spending and losing public money. And one point which you haven't been told of because Mr. Ramrob is, but I'll fill this in, is Petrogen has now fired all its staff. It was one of the largest employers in Trinidad. 6,000 staff were fired, which for Trinidad is a huge loss. And all of this was a direct consequence of the financial mismanagement which resulted in this litigation, or this litigation concerns. It is naturally a very real concern for people in Trinidad. More specifically, people are asking themselves, why was a claim to recover £97 million of public money withdrawn? What was the justification for that? And that's made worse when the failed project caused Petrotrin to lose US $3.3 billion in losses and led to the collapse to which I just referred. That for Trinidad is big money.
Hi, my name is Gary Aboud. I am the Corporate Secretary of Fishermen and Friends of the Sea, Trinidad and Tobago. We went under the Freedom of Information to the Ministry of Energy and we got the exact data. For 4 years, Petrotrin did not rely on government subventions. So 2016, 17, 18, Petrotrin were not given 1 penny from central government. But yet the Prime Minister and members of his cabinet kept speaking about Petrotrin like that they were going to sing the national economy, saying that if they were kept going, they would lose $2 billion a year.
The government is not closing down Petrotrin. And in case you were just opening your fridge and you didn't hear that when you closed the door, let me repeat it. The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
Dr. Ali said the single payment of a US $850 million bond, which matures in August 2019, plus the $700 million that the company is due to repay shortly after, was the basis on which he knew decisive action on Petrotrin's future could no longer be put off.
In short, the Petrotrin fix was always seen to be bad for politics, and even one's political survival. But we have arrived at a place now where its ongoing failure threatens the national survival. The refining assets of Petrotrin can now be put in a separate company for opportunity attention. The OWTU will be given the first option to own and operate it if they wish.
So when people talk about Petrotrin bringing in US dollars, that is a completely false narrative. It was not a net earner of foreign exchange. It was draining the country's reserves.
But then, if that were true and Dr. Rowley's statements were genuine, then why is there no evidence of any subvention to keep the company afloat in 2016, 17 and 18? And when they were paid in 2019, $1.2 billion from the Ministry of Finance, that was specifically to pay severance. So, are we being run by a government with integrity? Is the public interest being served by officers duly elected who are concerned about the welfare of the least privileged, or are they ambitiously seeking to become the most privileged? These are serious questions, and for those of you who listen to our presentation, I beg you to answer in your heart and in your conscience. When you go to the hospital and see sick people waiting 10 hours, how do you feel? When you go to take a bus and the bus doesn't come, how do you feel? When you drive on the road and you break your axle because the road isn't repaired, when you see WASA paying $1.5 million a day for salt water, desalinated water, and you see so much leaks, how do you feel? When you see a Prime Minister passing legislation that himself and the President should be paid their full salary for the duration of their lives as pension, but everybody else gets less, how do you feel? When you are lied to and have to pay triple for the price of oil and gas, when we had a company that could have produced and exported and kept our economy on a robust and vibrant status, how do you feel? When you see a private company that is secret, that no one knows who the owners are, making $400 and $500 million a year, selling oil and gas to ships, profits that should have been going to the national treasury, how do you feel? When the application for that company was made 6 months before Petrotrin closed, when the applicants, Dr. Rowley's close friend, would not have known or should not have known of the planned closure of Petrotrin. When you are lied to and told that Petrotrin is sinking the economy, when for 3 consecutive years not a penny was paid in subventions, how do you feel? Well, for me, I feel like everybody's going to want to give me licks because they're going to say I should keep quiet, don't interfere with the big wigs, they will kill me, they will shoot me. But I feel sad when I see children fighting that don't have proper education, when I see people suffering, pensioners, when I see the Blind Welfare Association underfunded, PAVI, I don't feel good, I don't feel proud, I don't feel patriotic. And I call on you to say something, speak about this video, share this video. Thank you for listening. Just a reminder for you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. They say Trinidad and Tobagonians have a 9-day memory. They say the worst of the worst of the worst can happen, and after 9 days, they say the people of Trinidad and Tobago just forget, especially if it's the PNM. They say they just forget. They say the PNM political party is the most forgiven party that ever passed across Trinidad and Tobago, meaning forgiven, meaning the people of Trinidad and Tobago can get their eyes dug out, their necks cut off, they can even die a PNM. And at the end of the day, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, despite of what is being done to us, will continue to forgive this PNM party after 9 days of whatever wickedness they have done to us.
Williams and Lennox Smith.
That's a fact. What's your facts? Taking away the race car, taking away your sympathy and pity for the PNM party. What's your facts? Are they doing a good job?
they governing this country the way it's supposed to? Do they deserve in 2025 5 more years? Oh God, I the one I want, and they get a heart attack. Deserve it's still at 2 more years by, so they had 2 more years to finish, destroy, distress, do what they're doing, finish, kill this country. And let me say, Trinidad and Tobagonians, I'm just asking, what you thinking spiritually, what you thinking honestly, what you thinking unbiased or not biased, what you thinking truthfully, I ask you, in 2025 general elections coming, do you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, honestly, not racially, not biasly, not religiously, now I'm saying religiously because religion and all interfering with the minds of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. The pastors, the priests, the pundits and them quiet. They didn't buy God. He didn't buy God, he buy them. Some people saying they can't take 1 more year. Some people saying, oh God, we got dead in 2. And the people that are not being straightforward, the people that are not being honest, that are not God-fearing, that input God first, and then walking behind with their decisions, them people saying, yeah, they could take 5 more years. For a matter of fact, they say PNM should be in power for the next 10 years. But in life, we all have to understand, not everyone will agree with us. No. It have people know. If they play close to a cliff, they will fall, and they will avoid everything of going by that cliff in order to fall, that they will come to their death. They will avoid. They will see the dangers. While being close to that cliff, they will realize, hey, look, I almost fall. While being close to that cliff, some people break their ankle. They say, wait. While being close to that cliff, they see birds running them down and picking them. While being close to that cliff, they see all the warnings, and decide, they see me, they go keep away from that cliff. It have people like that. It have people will go through all of that, see all the warnings. I know they will remain by that cliff until they fall straight off that cliff and come and succumb to their own deaths. And that cliff from what I'm talking about at this point in time is this Rowley-led PNM administration. They're not good at all. Oh God, boy, things are hard. Yeah, things bad. And Trinidad and Tobago without fear or favor, things getting worse. Coming to all you, everybody that listening, somewhere or the other, whether you're not involved in crime or not, it coming. Remember, the pitbull tell all of that. Continue ignoring. Continue not wanting to unite and stand up for better Trinidad and Tobago. Whether you're Indian, African, Chinese, down to whether you're a politician, a police, it coming. Personal officers, it coming to you all. Each and every one of you that are listening this morning. Blow, blow. If not you, your child, your brother, your sister, your cousin, whoever you consider and have feelings for, one day, very soon, you will be getting a call. Hope it's not you, because you'll miss the call because you're done dead. If it's not you, the call will be to tell you who close to you dead. Remember that. Remember that. I see the video recently. The car pull up. Man, stand up day. That was it. Then you hear 3 days after, wherever 3 other people come now. And then more hard it get. Although we going to the grocery, although say, well, some people say, well, them might be hotter involved with something. Them might be interfere with somebody. So look how they come and they get shoot now. Or when you go to the grocery, or the gas station, you go to the pharmacy, you simply go somewhere that you believe that you're safe. And due to this system, somebody coming in there to break the law while you there, to rob there because they need money. Because the opportunities of Trinidad and Tobago at this point in time when it comes to jobs are very, very, very hard. Can no work. Some people go say, well, they're supposed to get work. Boy, it had to work for everybody, not only that. Yeah, well, I ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that. It have to be strong. But where there is strength, there is weakness. And the weak ones will organize and pick up their guns in trying to organize and get a job or to live a normal life, watching this system, watching the corrupt politicians, watching how I listen to a man and that man know himself no eyes, he put both to the side of the man. The man on the phone, I went to the machine to take out $100. I went to the machine. While being in that machine in Sawa by Scotiabank Sawa, and they take out $100 become a tire, you know. Tire get bust, you know. Hit a pothole, you know. Man have to squeeze money like that. Oh God, boy. So let me say, God forbid that I did not have one more little $100 to squeeze, and I had to get a tire for my car. A second time one, I use one. Yeah. For now, till it could, you know, the money I had to build up and we could buy that $500-600 tire. I listening to a fella, a young boy on the phone, coming with, you know, withdrawing money to the side. I saw Scotiabank. And hear the boy conversation on his phone, a young boy, with someone else. And now with somebody else, you know. Let me tell you, because I hear him saying mommy. The fella look like he's about 24, 25. And I hear him bowling, mommy. It do enough day, you know. Mommy, I need wrong feel of work, you know. I want to be a politician, you know, mommy. I feel like to jump in the politics, you know. I feel like to jump in the politics. That when the man's telling his mother over the phone and looking for that he feel he had to join politics. They do enough money there. That might be what's to pay the rent. That might be what's to buy groceries. That might be what's to buy the lady medication. He say, mommy, you don't have enough money there. This, that. The work he doing and really paying. Now we telling she said that this work ain't really paying. You don't have enough money there, mommy. I feel I want to join the politics. Look at the reasons that people, ambitious young people, want to join the politics. Watch the reasons. And who gave them that reasons, Trinidad and Tobago? That you know when you join politics, that you could grow their teeth, get rich quick without dying. Oh God, boy. Have that perception out there, and hey, we can't say it's a perception because perception is not a truthful thing. The reality is we are seeing for ourselves with our own two eyes. Politicians coming in there poor or just merely doing it, and when they leave there's multi-millionaires. That is a fact. Oh God, boy, and look at the Pitbull radio looking to now become a politician. But I'm going to tell you, the people of Tocos and the Grande Valencia, from Matura State to Maclot, that in giving yours truly, Andy Williams, the Pitbull of radio, the opportunity to represent you in the highest court of the land, which is the parliament, that is where I want to go. I will never ever let you all down. Never. I learned from their mistakes. I learned the do's and the don'ts. And what's the difference? The boy want to come in politics just to be able to get rich quick and see about his mother. When I want to go into politics to do what I really love doing, which is to serve the people, wanting whatever I want for me and my family, I want for every single body else. So for you, the young people, getting involved in politics is a very good thing. Some people may say when the day come, every morning they hearing the ground report over and over, current affairs, politics. Yes, young people, this politics is where have you can't get work. This politics is where have high food prices going there now. This politics is where have you can't get US. This politics is where have we crime situation the way it in. This politics is where have WhatsApp closing down. This politics is where have we had to pay more for electricity. It's politics where it is only have to take 4% when the government own all the money, and yet still they tell all you they gain all it before Christmas. Then come and tell all you have to wait till March. That is politics. It's politics when it comes to the education system. Yes, my people, it's politics. When you have to pay more for books, you have 5 children, but you have to pay $2,500 a child. Trinidad and Tobago, my young people, it's politics. To you, the people that keep saying, hey, you don't want to part of politics. All you want is your God. We got the Vatican, they say politics too. All you get on board. Try to organize and save your whole country. You the UV students, jump on board. All you brightening up all yourself, getting real bright, getting all the qualifications, making that type of sacrifice. So then after all the other leave, because the opportunities in Trinidad and Tobago, not there for you. But you gotta go Canada, America, England, all over the place to get work. When most all you know go be heading to Guyana. Imagine that. That politics all here. How much more could I be able to tell you all? And I'm going to do it every day, Monday to Friday, as a recurring testimony. Until death do my part, I will always, so long as I have the strength, every day come on the radio and teach you all and show you all over and over and over what is our problem. How could we solve our problem? And our problems that we have in Trinidad and Tobago starts with the politics, continues with the politics, and if we don't make the changes necessary, it will die with the politics. Somebody called me, a senior citizen. They said they went to the private pharmacy to get the medication. There's a heart patient. They said it none. They said they out of the pension. The medication is $3,000 something. They said the pension had to pay the light bill, it other things that they had to do. You know, a grandchild, 2 children, that other thing. You know what they say? They said they had to go and borrow money in order to get their medication. Because them is a heart patient. They don't have it at the public hospital. So they have to find their own money in order to live. When that's supposed to be provided for us, our healthcare bill is all $6-7 billion. In the 8 years the PNM in power, they have just in the health ministry, the PNM government already spent $56 billion. Oh God, only and we in a mess. $56 billion already spent, and we balling. Besides, our grandmother to spend the money to live because they have no choice. Is that a thief to get the medication, or the grandchildren are going thief because they ain't gonna want the money to parent to die to get that medication for the parents? They will do it. I tell you how it is. The system forces people to criminally get into the system, you know. Well, you watch it at all angles, you know. We have to take off the blinders and say it as it is. Don't play your house in order and others own dirty. In some way or the other, every good family, law-abiding citizen within their family have those elements, so they can't play. They don't know what I'm saying. They know, but in their book, so long as it's not their family, so long as it's not their immediate family doing anything or going down that road, they don't give a damn. Well, let the truth I telling all you know. I'm gonna give all one more example, especially you, the senior citizens. They say all here is the ones just keeping the PNM in power. The young people don't want to have nothing to do with the PNM. We got all the senior citizens. The PNM itself give all their pension raise in all that time. Only $3,500 that all was getting before the former government. That come like only getting about $2,000 today's prices with how everything going up. Everything including all the bills. Check it out. What they have done for you, the senior citizens. Nothing. And even if some of you go say, well, I don't want them to do nothing for me. Alright, only ailing. When only going to the hospital. How much all you? All the surgeries. And all the surgeries getting poor. Some only get cataract. Some only have cataract 2 years now. Or they go back hoping for that surgery to see. And when they go back to girl here next year date, yes. Oh my God. Or they like that? Do you not want that to change? Some people have surgery, various other surgeries. Like the gentleman will call and tell us that he have a very serious problem. He need a surgery because he go bleed out. He's bleeding in his bottom. So I think Lennox Smith said that is like piles or something. Or if it go, when he walking just to go to the grocery, all the blood coming out, dirtying up his pants. Nobody even pick him up in a car. And to get surgery, he can't get it. Now he reach where he praying to get NIS in order to just do the surgery. But he never make his 700 and something contributions. He make 200 and something. So he NIS money might be about $10,000 or so. But the surgery to stop him from bleeding, that surgery could be done at our hospitals, is $25,000. Well, you see how poor people have it? Well, you understand how poor people have it, and it's before all of us. But yet still we continue to ignore, and not understanding that we have reached the stage in Trinidad and Tobago that we need to stand up. It that bad now. It's that bad. We need new bloods. We need all I go say again to each and every Trinidad and Tobagonian, Andy for Grandy, Grandy for Andy, Valencia, and from Motura straight to Matlat. I made a promise to Almighty God after my near-death experience just to do what I'm doing, serve the people, reach in parliament if you have to. We have been talking on radio for quite a while. And as the politicians make my work hard, because now I become a politician, they know. People watching me cocky eye. Pitbull. You go do like them. When you get your parado, or when you do this and that, and you go change your number, and you go forget the people that work with you, and then you go get new friends, and then oh God, you gain it, and the people rightfully talking it. They're not lying. It just makes my work harder, but I'm more determined, because in given the chance, I'll be one of the first to prove that I will never be like them. I'm learning from all. I'm learning from all. It are good ones in the bunch, you know. I would never say that all politicians bad. No. All politicians not bad, but in my book most are. In the people book most are. Because what people saying is if all politicians really and truly mean come together and want something fixed and fix fast, we just see it happening. So the politics, I wouldn't say any good in the ghettos and the communities, politics. So the politics make it hard for many young people, many people that will really and truly get given the opportunity, will live up, set that precedent of good governance, good representation. And all that is why, look, 2 years from now, yours truly, the Pitbull Radio, already out there, doing what I have to do, meeting the people, familiarizing the face, because many people know who's the Pitbull Radio, but they don't know, never see the person, and fighting to build that resume for the people, that fat, nice resume. I know. I definitely not building that resume to go to the PNM. I tell everybody that. No. How about I go join the problem? I like my partner to be called Obika. How about I go join the problem? How anybody could look to join the PNM at this point in time? Joining the PNM is joining the problem. I'm also aware, just like America, the Democrats and Republicans are the dominant force in America. In Trinidad and Tobago, the dominant force in our politics here is the PNM-UNC. The other small parties have the little few sprinkled here and there. But the party that are calling for unity are the UNC. PNM, they say they do it alone, they die alone, they this alone, they die alone. So even if I they gone mad and even thinking about PNM, them don't unite, them don't believe in unity. Unity is godliness to me. Coming together of the forces, the masses, in order for the greater good. PNM don't believe in that. But I recognize that the UNC party believe in that. That's why in the last election, it had NTA there, it had joining forces. And I know in the general election, the unity idea that was always the UNC will continue. So my resume is to make sure that will be a very, 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 very good asset to whatever political party willing to give me the opportunity to run for the Tokos and the Grande Valencia Maturata Matlat seat. Because as I said, and I will still say, everybody will know, everybody obviously will have an idea in their mind which party that I will love to. But I must continue by saying, Andy for Grandi is not, never say he's UNC. Andy for Grandi never say he's PNM. Andy for Grandi never say he's ILP or this or that. Andy for Grandi is saying just that. Andy for Grandi for the people of that constituency, building his resume, building the trust, building that with these people. And then this time will reach where Andy for Grandi will present his resume, his work. By then the people will say it. The people of Tokos and the Grande Valencia, without a doubt, when you are genuine, when you are a fighter, when people believe in you, the people self will say it. Andy for Grandi, they will. I will continue my hard work, building my resume. I still have 2 years. Or a year and something, if a matter of fact, exactly 1 year 9 months. 1 year 10 months, for a matter of fact. 1 year 10 months. We November. Today is November the 1st. Well, almost 1 year 9 months. August the 10th, 5 years ago, is when we had that election. Most likely August to August, all right. And then Rowley might take a next 3 months extension. So we could say 2 years, you know. But constitutionally, it's just approximately 1 year and 10 months. And in 1 year and 10 months, that is enough time. I don't want to go to nobody 3 months before election. How many people I can meet in Tokos and the Grande Valencia from Utuata Matlat? That's a big place. How much of their cultures I could learn in that little space of time? 2 months, 6 months before election? Where somebody could really know about all the what's going on, even if they lives in the constituency, but they could know. No. And why it is I like that constituency, because that's a PNM stronghold. Tokos and the Grande Valencia, that's a PNM stronghold. Yeah, that PNM seat. It have a fella named Monroe. Roger Monroe is the MP. They have a minister born and go down there named Senanan. And yet still the people of Tokos and the Grande Valencia lives in a mess. fishermen, everybody lives in a mess. So that's it for me. In letting you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, you, the people of Toco, Sandy Grande, Valencia, know my ambition, what I want, and going for what I want with everything in me, and not going for it from me. No. I could have just stay on the radio, stay quiet, thing, whatever, and then have to get into the politics. But after all the years, people, Andy Pitbull no water, Mikey K no water, let's say no water. Oh God, we gone by the hospital day problem. Oh God, the road bad. Oh God, we ain't get no box enemy community day. Oh God, no job. Oh God, I go end up here on radio because I still staying on my radio, no, for years, trying to fix that, and I ain't gonna fix it, no. The only way for my input to be truly be felt outside the radio now is in the parliament. In the parliament, watching. I doubt we go watching that witch Brigitte and I said George. She ain't gonna be there at all. She had to go. The only way I gonna be watching she is if it is PNM come back and win the election again. Oh God, well, they have to be crazy to get PNM the next election coming. So thank God I would not have faced that, because if I was to face that, it would have been a different ball game between that and Andy Pitbull. Put them out. Damn. As you get like that time, my contributions can be in the parliament anyway. You'll better put them out because you better put them out because our cut our salary. I come in there for fight. Well, not that type of fight, but fight for the people. Legitimate fight. When it comes to the system and the betterment of the system for each and everyone. Not this system that is only for the rich, as Rowley say. No. Anyhow, as we saying that, it have a protest coming up on Friday, please God. Yes, it have a protest Friday, please God. Anyhow, today, to you the Valencia people, yours truly, the Pitbull of radio, will be walking in the Valencia area today with alongside your hard-working councillor, Mr. Neil De Silva. Yes, Valencia people, because it's all about work for us. Just as my councillor working hard, it's the same way I want to represent you as an MP to work hard. And imagine you give me the opportunity and you have a Neil De Silva, you have a Nasser Hussain, you have a Darren Mohan, plus you have a MP in the parliament. Oh God, we go transform Toco Sandy Grande Valencia, we go transform the place. But not only that, not only Neil De Silva will be not only myself and Neil De Silva will be walking today in Valencia, we will also be walking today, and for good reasons. This is where you call in work. We'll be walking today with the chairman of the Sandy Grande Regional Corporation, Mr. Phillips. Yes, Mr. Phillips. So that's good. So the chairman of the corporation will be in Valencia with us, whereby we'll be watching, we're doing our work, checking to see all what have to be done with the little money. Well, it's small money again, but I will leave that for the chairman and them when that time. You see, they call Ran Rampersad take the interview and tell us the truth and what going on in the Kuva, Talparo, Tabakit, our corporation. $100,000 for fields. That way them get, that way around and them say they get $100,000 to deal with all them fields, you know. Oh my God. Eventually the chairman of the Sandy Grande, which remember he did that, was to come back to us to tell us what's going on. Oh, well, I seen 75. Thank you very much. Councillor Neil De Silva. So it looked like to deal with fields, which only that means to deal with the recreation grounds in Valencia. All we have, all in KP land, it have a recreation ground. All the Valencia recreation ground, we have all in all the seen recreation grounds. The one there in east, the east side that don't know current too, Valencia East. All day, that deal with all the grounds in Sandy Grande and environs. All you know all the grounds that it have in Sandy Grande and environs here too. Right, $75,000. And not only that, you the people on the coast from Matura to Matlat. Yeah. Only PNM councillor. Die where they get and that at the share. Yeah, that's so much. We love you so we take good care of you. Only the PNM understands. Really? Do they understand that we need all recreation grounds throughout the constituency well cut, groomed, and prepared in order for we to start to bring the kids and them back out where they can harness their energies on the play fields than going on the blocks to be influenced, to be one of the menace and them that come in to shoot us? If the PNM believe in that, they believe in family, I'll manage to give my corporation, but are they gonna us now? Ryan them get over 100,000 for all the grounds. I real grounds all here. My Grandi corporation only gets 75,000 by to deal with all them grounds in Valencia, all them grounds in Grandi, and it have grounds from Matura straight to Matlat. 75,000. Them for real? Wow. I'll have to even I will call the chairman in order to clear up that day. I had to find out how is the budget, where is the situation, what, and he had to talk out just like Ryan, man. You have to let the people know what money he have and what it is could be done, because boy, all they go look bad as councillors, you know, and as chairman, you know, because people expecting $2 million of work done when only get 75,000. People expecting various roads to be pitched, various box drains to be built in their constituency, in their community. I need to know how much will they get for box drains, or how much will they get to pave roads, how much money the Chogona, the Sandy Grande Regional Corporation get, boy. You go consult with that with the chairman, councillors and them. Them I tell you we know from in advance, because boy, the people in Valencia will be watching, the people in Grande will be watching, from Matura to Mata they will be watching, and then they may not know that all they're trying all their best, all they're sucking sweetie, sharing that sweetie, one element at the last only for 4 years or for a whole year. Man, Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you. Let me leave this thing there. Lennox Smith, I wonder if he did. Oh boy, that body in me.
Yes, I'm here, my friend. A pleasant good morning to you as well.
But them mad, Lennox Smith. Die.
Good morning to you.
But them mad. That is for all these play fields. That is all they will give a corporation $75,000 to maintain.
And what is more despicable is the typical hoodwinking that they will engage in to send the fools further. The Minister of Finance told us that when the property tax is rolled out, there's a special lined, listen to the term, a special lined item where, of course, when the collection is achieved, then of course there will be a further addendum or addition to the financial offerings that they would have gotten. I mean, come on, it's pathetic. And we have said that not just is fly in the ointment, we didn't only say is further hoodwinking and sending the fools further, and that was of course expressed very vehemently during the course of the local government campaign on which the PNM campaigned. I'm talking about the property tax, projecting that as a panacea to solving the problems of these regional corporations. And here it is, post the elections, the excuses have started, and it is stereotypical of this government. They continue to tell you since 2015 that if on the 8th of September, for example, I could never forget those words. Dr. Roddy said on the 8th of September, the election was the 7th. If your circumstance, if you didn't vote right and your circumstances is the same, you would have done an injustice to yourself, and that he could do more with less. And the promise of utopia, because of course the last administration, the previous administration was what? Was profligate, wasteful, and corrupt. And he of course was a corruption buster. Well, it turns out to be the exact and absolute opposite. Not only are we living in a dystopia, but we are living in a crime-ridden environment. And only yesterday he has again changed narrative as far as crime is concerned. He said crime will not be tolerated. That is of course on top of the fact that he had all of the regional leaders here in Trinidad to of course participate in a symposium on the crime being a public menace, a public nuisance, a public health, in fact, nuisance. Now he comes yesterday and tells us that it will not be tolerated. He told us that he went up, of course, even to the United Nations and begging for help from the Americans. He just came from Canada and asked for similar help, and then said, of course, some kind of regional forensic and gun-centered ballistic entity will be based here in Trinidad. And before that, of course, he told us that the religious elements in the society, all of the ecclesiastic and men of the cloth must do more, and the government is prepared, of course, to assist in that regard. Of course, they're trying to extract the generosity of the government in providing, of course, during COVID and just after COVID, those hampers and so on to the various churches and so on. And if that was not enough, before that, he told us that, of course, they want to get into diversification, and therefore the whole question of sandals and for their foray into the what? Into tourism. And so there's a need for us to address the crime problem. And of course the government was prepared to provide what? At least the highest amount of budgetary allocation to that effort. And then of course before that, he told us that of course on the BTAM, and that time he was opposition leader, stridently criticizing the SOE of the previous administration, saying that it was unnecessary. Today, what we are hearing is that the president is calling out simultaneous and juxtaposing with, of course, his new narrative, that is to say, crime will not be tolerated. She calls out, of course, the reserve army. In essence, telling us that, listen, it's a kind of quasi and an admission at the same time of failure, because that come as though it's a state of emergency, but of course in a quasi way, in an underhand way. And this is the kind of rubbish, this is the kind of dishonesty, this is the kind of propaganda and self-serving initiatives at all stages, even in the economic sphere. They have failed, and there's a single solution to the problem, and that is Dr. Rowley must call an election immediately. That is what the solution is. Call an election immediately. You know that you are not viable. You know that you have lost your mandate. You know that the people don't trust you. You know that you have been iniquitous in terms of your policies and programs towards the people. You know that you do not have any credibility. You know that the people don't trust you. I'm talking here when I say you plural, you have a singular you and a plural you grammatically. When I say you here, I'm talking about the entire government. They know that they have failed. You know that you have failed. And you're still, of course, only yesterday when 5 murders took place, you're now having some kind of what I consider tantrum, suggesting that you are so concerned. And this has been happening since Rowley came into government. He denied that when the PNM is in government, the murder rate in particular, but of course crime in general, and the heinous nature thereof exponentially increases. He denied it in the beginning, and then sometime after, but in the early days, he admitted that they have failed on the question of crime and criminal, and the people must decide subsequently. All of that, I'm just paraphrasing what he said. He said, when you are dissatisfied, I'm paraphrasing here, but it's the same essence. When you are dissatisfied with our performance because we are losing the war, that is what he said. And I'm talking about 2016 thereabout. We are losing the war. That is what he said. And that when you would have had enough, you would know what to do. Is only one thing you could be talking about. But this man is so dishonest, so dishonorable, so incompetent and impotent. His ability to deceive himself, because he cannot deceive the people again. And of course, you have set the foundation once again in terms of our tenacity to tell the people as it is, and to remind them on a daily basis, if necessary, as we have been doing in other quarters, whether it's Mikey on this program, or I on the Corridor Transformation, or Alan Roberts, or Victor Roberts, and others. And of course, we have from time to time, but in a very desultory way, and sometimes unreliable, but nonetheless, they are coming around and talking about the trade union movement, etc., in their various incarnations and the various realization of the problem. Because Roger recently, I think yesterday you mentioned what Roger said. So we have those commonalities and the universality or the unanimity that the government of Dr. Rowley have failed, and they failed to acknowledge that fact and to, of course, get out of our faces, because it is now ad nauseum to the point of sickening that you will come on a daily basis and make these excuses whilst the crime situation in the country, particularly murders, and as the opposition leader would say rightfully and very sagaciously and very practically, that no matter how good the economy may be, and it is bad, but let's assume that you somehow achieve your economic objectives. But if you cannot live to enjoy the spoils and the fruits of your labor, what sense it make as a human being? So Dr. Rowley and they have no conscience as far as I am concerned, and as far as the wider population clearly by now must have realized, and that their raison d'etre, their reason for living, is to stay where they are, do us evil, be incompetent, waste and profligacy, corruption, nepotism, cronyism, and then believe that they can pretend that they are among themselves, that they are viable, that they're doing their best, and their best means that Trinidad and Tobago is going rapidly, expeditiously, and with a high degree of alacrity to hell in a gasoline-soaked paper bag. That is the reality of Trinidad and Tobago today, and we must be collectively angry. We must be. And the self-righteous indignation of Dr. Rowley in recent times, pretending to be, of course, annoyed, when in fact the statistics are clear. You broke record in 2019. You broke the record of the 2018 highest amount of murders in the country. You then come and top that only last year, over 600 murders, and we are nearing that same number in 2023 consecutively. What more evidence is there for Dr. Rowley and his minions to understand that they have outlived their usefulness, that they have exhausted the people's tolerance of them, and that they should be preparing to pack up and get out? I know that they must be concerned.
My name is Gary Aboud. I am the...
But they have brought that onto themselves when the criminal and civil justice system will then descend on them. And of course, blue lights and silver bracelets will be the order of the day, because you cannot have a small group of persons in 1.5 million people exhibiting and giving all of the trust and all of the goodwill that they came into government with, and the people trusted you, and then you turned out to be a total betrayer of that trust. That perfidious nature cannot go unpunished. So whether they call election now, or just now, or wait until the constitutionally due time, they are going to have to pay the price. What I would suggest to some of them is that, of course, you begin, of course, to talk out now and abandon Dr. Rowley as quickly as you can.
So true.
Because if you wait until 2025, because 30 pieces of silver is greater than, of course, the well-being of your fellow men, of your citizens, of those who you took an oath to defend, protect, and promote, are talking about in a developmental sense. But instead you have been oppressive, and you have engaged in policies and programs that are retrogressive, but yet still you are there. And then, of course, birds of feather flock together, and you will be held accountable from the criminal justice system and from the civil justice system to pay back that which you unmeritoriously and undeservingly took from the people. And that is where I want to go. Of course, there are other issues, Andy. I don't want to belabor anything else, because I know people are angry this morning, and of course, Dr. Rowley's tweeting all his.
And we have bills to pay.
Yeah,
and we have bills to play too. Yeah,
and his Facebook tweet that he is upset, and it will not be tolerated. A new narrative on top of all of what he did, spending our money on nonsense when he should be, of course, getting the hell out of office. Let's go for the break, and when we come back, more.
With Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Shiny and Ari Restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standards. Serving local breakfast items like sada, fry bake, roast bake, and pies. With all your favorite local fillings. Assorted lunches available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get pilau for $25 or get combination lunches from $25 to $40. They also have soup specials as well as crab and dumpling. From 6 p.m. have dinner on the pavement a la carte with burgers, fry nuggets, gyro, and just about anything you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your order. Shiny and Ari, Main Road, St. James, open 7 days a week.
Trinity Lighting, 123 Western Main Road, St. James. Special on LED bulbs. Purchase 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. Trinity, they stock a wide variety of electrical supplies and specialize in light bulbs and parts for all your residential, commercial, marine, and medical fixtures. Remember, buy 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. 628-8373 or 622-6935. Check them out on Facebook, Trinity Lighting ETC Ltd, or shop online at trinityetc.com. In the Miami area, contact them at 305-354-2033 or 305-932-0727. Remember, Trinity Lighting welcomes you to their main store, 123 Western Main, St. James.
Some call it a meal, some call it a snack. KFC Munch Pack. Hungry, you're hungry, yeah, we deal with that. KFC Munch Pack. Munch Pack, after work or lunchtime. Munch Pack, tasty, gold and divine. Munch Pack, KFC, you could find this deal, that's one of a kind. KFC Munch Pack, yeah, we love that. Gold and goodness to go. KFC Munch Pack, yeah, we love that. This deal is for you, yeah.
Hungry for deals? Enjoy a KFC Munch Pack with 1 piece of delicious chicken and 1 regular side for only $21.95. Only from KFC.
The rainy season is here, so be weather smart and change your tires to handle the nation's wet roads. After all, you don't want to be the one to cause any accidents, do you? So why not check out Racetrack Wheels right now? They're the only one that gives you quality tires to hold the road properly. And to top it off, Racetrack Wheels carries all sizes of tires for all makes of vehicles. They are the sole distributors for Salem and Achilles tires. These tires carry a full manufactured warranty and is the #1 tire for comfort and performance in this rainy weather. We have the latest rims in all sizes, all at drastically low prices. We also do blank wheels that could be drilled to your vehicle specification. It's all about new technology and keeping ahead of the game.
So hurry on down to Racetrack Wheels, 3 locations: 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruca, 82 Bethany Road, Bucco, Tobago, and 64th Southern Main Road, Chase Village. Or call 285-9168.
So my friend, take it from me and be weather smart this season and change your tires right now at Racetrack Wheels.
Sheltech Electronics, Capital Plaza, 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Port Speed. So you're looking for the best prices in gaming products? Come on down and visit Sheltech Electronics, the gamer's paradise. Get the latest PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch system. Games and accessories, Apple Stream, Roblox cards available. Daily clearance items up to 70% off. Pre-order new releases and save 15%. Come on, visit us online at sheltechelectronics.com. Cash in on the bargain. Sheltech Electronics, 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Port Speed, 627-3757. Cash in on those bargains now.
More FM 104.7 Icons Can Cook is back. This year, we team up with Hearty Food Supermarket again. More FM and Hearty Food Supermarket Icons Can Cook 2. Saturday, 25th November 2023 at Hearty Foods Car Park, Queen and Susano Street, Arima. The fun starts at 1 p.m. and we eat, drink, lime, and have a time all the way till 10 p.m. Who will take the grand prize and the Icons Trophy this year? Get tickets from any 104.7 FM staff member, Hearty Food Supermarket, or at the radio station to taste the hand of your favorite Icon team for just $50. More FM and Hearty Foods Icons Can Cook 2. Saturday, 25th November 2023 at Hearty Foods Car Park in Arima. Get your tickets now. Now.
Let me see you.
Hitman Howie T presents I Am Old School, his 36th DJ anniversary celebration on Saturday, 4th November. We party from 9 p.m. till 4 a.m.
How we see the Hitman?
If you want the job done properly, fire the idiot, them and come hire me.
Dress code, multicolor retro wear, or yellow, white, and black. Hitman Howie T will be in full concert mode.
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. You come from a land down Take it back to the old school. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
I Am Old School, featuring General Grant.
Nobody repeat. Shout out to me on a mission as I want to.
Skrinta. Tickets are $200
$100 at the door mall. Get them now at Bobby's Bar, Curep, New Luna, Aruca, Sion's Bar, San Fernando, Kirby's Kitchen, next to Busy Corner Mall, Chaguanas, Fats, International, Twin City Mall, and Arima, Revive Beauty Salon, McCoy Lake, Caliente Bar, Curep, Amanda's Grill, Excellent City Mall, Port of Spain, Roadside Cafe, Silver Mills, San Juan, 104.7, and the Sawa team. Don't miss I Am Old School. 104.7 FM is the official station for I Am Old School.
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand fill by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruca, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
Are you stressed and worried by problems? Then meet Priest Santosh Ji. Priest is specialized in palm, face, photo, date of birth reading, and gives solutions to problems in marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all black magic, negativity, bad luck permanently, and gives good luck and lifelong protection. Then call Priest Santosh Ji 384-3844. That's 384-3844.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Nice, we are back. Time check, it's exactly half past the hour. 7:30. A matter of fact, 7:31. I want to interview this morning.
There are some people who want the WhatsApp number to call. You could just
366 3053 366 3053. And this morning I want to interview this morning here at it's supposed to be 7:30 here, Michael Anisette. Alright, yeah, that is based on right, let me get it here. The National Trade Union Center having a march on a Friday, November the 3rd. Will be assembling at the Brian Lara Promenade opposite Nicholas Towers at 9 a.m. Calling on all workers, all citizens of Trinidad and Tobago affected by salaries that cannot meet their daily living expenses, high food prices, crime, poor health care, flooding, property tax, NIB retirement age raise, high gas prices, lack of pipe-borne water, poor road infrastructure, and the increase in electricity rates. They are saying no to minimum wage, yes to a living wage, and you deserve better. And I believe, Lennox Smith, that the average worker, the average citizen, despite of what especially people that was promised. Yes, the people that was promised for the Christmas to get their back pay and can't get it. You the workers, you all have to stand up. You all have to come out. And it's only fear that you do.
Well, Andy, that cadre of issues that gave rise to that decision to organize this match, I mean, encapsulates the sorry state of Trinidad and Tobago's circumstance at this point in time, and the whole question of either delaying, postponing, or it might have been a preemptive strike on the part of the minister and the government, and Dr. Rowley is of course incensed and trying to throw public servants under the bus. No public servant who has to get an increase, they themselves, but have to of course prepare these documentation to provide the checks and so on that will be distributed to the several thousand public servants. Not one of them would not want, or put another way, would want to delay that because they themselves have to be paid. But the reality is, it is clear and pellucid and common sensed that the Minister of Finance, even though he ought to have been in a position to talk with the public servants, particularly the Ministry of Finance that has to provide all of the resources in order to have these checks ready, the money ready, and make a bold, I mean, politically, what I consider to be a bravado statement, clearly for political aggrandizement and benefit, as he would have done with respect so many times. But what is more significant is when he talked about, of course, the trade union, the OWTU getting the oil refinery, and that, of course, only the PNM could do that, etc., etc. And it turned out to be pie in the sky and another disappointment. Well, that is the level of what I consider to be incompetence, one, but more deliberately, conmanship on the part of this entire administration, the entire cabinet. Must be inquired into. There must be an investigation into this entire cabinet. How come every one of them could, of course, agree to that, none say no? Look what has happened with respect to Petrotrin. It's the entire cabinet against all professional evaluations that ought not to have been. And today, because now, whether by serendipity or by chance, or nobody could have anticipated it, but nobody could have anticipated that the Treasury would have gotten, of course, an extra windfall of $8 billion as well, with respect, of course, because of the war between Ukraine and Russia. So nobody could have anticipated that. But the fact that you were in the position, because you made the right policy decision before you are able now to get that money from the oil part of it. But so much more could have been gained if the oil refinery was operating.
And so true, Lennox Smith, and you have Michael Anisette online at this point in time, whereby.
Good.
Yes, a pleasant good morning to you, comrade.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah,
good morning
to you, and blessings to Trinidad and Tobago.
Nice.
Well, I want to start off by saying that they say that two mountains don't meet, but certainly two Christians do, and therefore when the going gets tough, well, the tough gets going, and I suppose we can be considered in that same pool and in that same vein. Tell us. Of course, we have worked with you before, and so this is very familiar territory. But we want it from you because you have organized it. We have done our part in terms of pushback and so many other collaborative efforts. So tell us and tell the population. We will, of course, follow suit in terms of enforcing, reinforcing, and, of course, supporting and cooperating. So the floor is yours. Start where you may, but I would be very interested in what transpired between the last time we met in that big match around Port of Spain to what would have inspired you now to, of course, organize this one. I find too much time was, of course, expend.
Oh, you find too much time did pass. You find too much time did pass.
All right. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. As I always say, and let me give praises to my ancestral mothers and fathers and the Divine Master. And what is the issue basically? And I don't think that anyone in Trinidad and Tobago can deny that we are going through a crisis in Trinidad and Tobago, a serious crisis. When one look at the issue of crime, when one look at the issue of education, when one look at the issue of infrastructure, when one looks at the issue of the growing income gap and wealth gap in Trinidad and Tobago, when one looks at the poverty level, when one looks at the workers' inability to put shelter and buy food for their children, when one look at the fact that the minimum wage, which we do not want to talk about, we want to talk about living wages, is putting workers on subsistence allowance. When one take all that into consideration, the question of poverty is a serious question in Trinidad and Tobago, and the income and wealth inequality that exists as I speak to you. The question of the middle class being marginalized based on government policies, which we believe is a direct policy to keep down wages so that you are speaking about profits as opposed to redistribution of wages to the most vulnerable people within the community. When one look at the salary that MTS workers are getting at other government entities who haven't gotten a wage increase or a salary increases for more than 13 years in some instances. All right, one must, if they love Trinidad and Tobago, begin to ask themselves certain questions. And it is in that context we believe that the only way to solve this particular issue is the coming together and building alliances with other groups and other minded people, and generally the community and the people, the youths, the pensioners, the workers, even the intellectuals, students, so that we can form our own agenda in terms of what we want for Trinidad and Tobago, a better society where everyone is respected, where fairness is part of the DNA of our political landscape. And it is in that context we have determined that, listen, if we are serious and we have a sacred responsibility, which I believe we do have, we need to start from the labor movement. And this is not about Anisette or Roger or Lambert or Baptiste or any one of the leaders, Ozzy or anybody. This is about an effort to save Trinidad and Tobago. And we believe the only way we can do that is when we come together collectively within unity, when we put our powers together, our numbers together. We can then pit power against power. And no one union or no one group can do this by itself. It has to be a concerted effort involving communities, the labor movement, your radio station, the intellectuals, the students, the youths, the pensioners. And we believe that is the only way that we can move forward if we want to build a better Trinidad and Tobago. And I think this goes beyond the question of wages. Why the wages are fundamental, but we are deeply concerned with all what we are seeing. We are still giving out in 2023, right? We are still giving out food baskets as an organization, and we are still going into a community where the poverty level is so devastating that you have to be inhuman not to even think about what can I do as an organization to put an end to this. And it's not that we do not have money in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me make that clear. It's not that the government do not have money to pay proper wages, but the government's fiscal policy and priority, as the government say, is to make certain people, business elite, political elites, friends and financiers richer, so that we at the bottom end of the ladder can get money, which is a flawed policy, which is something that we have to stand up against. And it's only we can save ourselves. It's only we, based on our collective wisdom, our understanding, our believing in our spirituality, and the will to stand up for what is fair and what is right, the will to stand up for dignity and respect of our women folks, our children, which is so absolutely necessary within any society that goes. That is what this march is all about. And let me end by saying any country, and we have done the research that is successful. They have a middle class that is well paid, and the question of decent wages, sustainable jobs, and job-led growth and wage-led growth becomes the policy for that economy to transition at a level of fairness for the goods and the betterment of the citizenry. And that is what this is all about, brothers and sisters, Trinidad and Tobago. Don't sit down on the fence. Don't say, well, that you know, this has nothing to do with the union. This has to do with saving Trinidad and Tobago. And no politician who has no relationship with the oppressed and the poor, the disadvantaged communities and the youths, right, can understand what I am saying. And therefore, it is our responsibilities as leaders, and I'm calling on you too as a radio station, you as a leader, to bring on People Friday. So this is a march for Trinidad and Tobago. This is a march for saving the middle class, which is being decimated. This is a march for the single women, right, the single parents. This is a march for a better Trinidad and Tobago, where fairness, dignity, and respect will become part of how we do business, and where business is not for just a few people, right, or a cabal who will benefit everything, and we have to be fighting every day. Look at the murder rate. Ask yourself what is responsible for this didn't happen just so. There's a reason. And look at the other countries where you have murder rates. You're going to see a line. Look at other countries where drugs and ammunition become part of the parallel economy, and you're going to see a parallel that is happening. And we could talk now until the moon comes down. If we do not speak truth to power, and if we are not honest with ourselves and hold people accountable, well, then Trinidad is fast going at a precipice that we will live to regret. And we believe that we have the capabilities, we have the ability in Trinidad and Tobago, given our resources, right? If it is managed properly, if it is redistributed properly, we can save Trinidad and Tobago. And it's we the people have to do it, and that is why we are calling for alliances and building collaborative approaches. We have learned our lesson from what has happened. We march, right, on the government, we bring people out, and government, it was for the 2%. And the Prime Minister, don't forget, say, no, it was just an offer. But the very Prime Minister came now and offer the same 2% over a 6-year period, 2, which is 4%, which is less than a percentage point on the workers' salaries that they employ to live and to survive on, given the escalation in cost of living and the inflation and the loss of purchasing powers of workers in Trinidad and Tobago. The question is that fair? Is that right? Is that how you treat your citizens? Is that how you treat your pensioners? Because pensioners are affected by the proposal too. And then we are seeing increases almost in everything. So what they are doing, taxing the poor for the benefit of the rich, and we say that is wrong.
Comrade, of course, you were speaking to the converted a very long time ago, long before, of course, the first initiative that would have been taken by even the trade union movement when we had the pushbacks and so on. But what do you say now to the skeptics and those who would be saying that the rightfully, historically, and otherwise, the trade union movement ought to be at the forefront of bread and butter issues in this country, and they believe, and I'm being very, generous here and specific, that they were disappointed, for want of a more stronger term, in the trade union movement in the early days. What would change? What would have, as far as you are concerned, change the dynamics now to generate the paradigm shift that is now necessary in order for everybody to coalesce now and understand that we are going to be saving a country having regard to the 8 years of torture, pain, agony, mismanagement, corruption, and all of the other iniquities that this administration, led by Dr. Rowley, has, of course, perpetrated on the people. What is the new dynamic? What is the new motivation that would cause people to, of course, come out coming from a place of skepticism?
All right, let me see. You would have made a fundamental point, and I think that we have to take blame where blame is necessary. And within the labor movement, we saw ourselves and we confine ourselves too much to the question of bread and butter issues. So we go and we get the wages, we get our back pay, and we're happy. And we didn't see the bigger picture. We didn't understand that our society is not only built on our wages. A society is who we are as a people. A society is a reflection of us. And when we have over 600 murders, and we are not concerned about that, well, then we are not true patriots and representatives of the working class. When workers or communities cannot get pipe-borne water, and some get it for 3 days, some don't get it for a month, and we don't speak about that, and we don't raise our voice against that, well, then we do not understand our role as representatives of the people. When we do not go within the communities, which we are doing now, right, to see the poverty levels that people are living under, when we do not stand up as a trade union, and when we do not collaborate and build a relationship with other organizations, and I'm standing up for women's right. And what I mean by that, any disrespect to a woman, right, is a disrespect to me and to you. And I'm therefore, those are all the things. When we cannot speak truth to power, when we look at what I will want to call the inequities, as you rightly say, when we look at bad governance, when we look at there is no accountability for our monies, because the money is not the government money, the money is the money of people of Trinidad and Tobago. And therefore, if that is a fact, and it is a fact, we must have a say in the context of how that money is spent. We must be able to hold any government accountable, because the money is for on behalf of the people. It cannot be, and it must not be, is that you just say, do as I say, take it or leave it, and that is the end of the story. That is not democracy. And when we talk about democracy is the right for us to have a say into any decision that is being taken that is going to affect us. That is what democracy is all about. And all these things have gone through the window. When you have a society who is getting so numb to crime and what is happening, when you have a society when crime is being politicized, when you have a society when the root cause, which all of us know that is causing crime, and we don't address it and we just do PR statements, well, then who suffers? I cannot go Miami and live. Most of the workers in Trinidad and the ordinary citizen cannot pack their bags. Yes, the rich people can. So we have to live here, and therefore we have that responsibility now to build that awareness, to build that education, to inform members. It is a new approach, yes, because we are not accustomed. We are so mired into ethnicity and race, and which is being used against us to divide us, which we do not understand is being done at our own detriment. And therefore, just like the pandemic, I was called a social media doctor, but all that we said and we fought against came out to be the truth, and the truth cannot hide. The truth means then that Trinidad and Tobago needs the intervention of people like me and you, your radio station, and all these citizens. And they have to understand that they cannot lose hope. They must understand that we could make the change, and it's only we can make the changes. That's a historical fact that cannot be denied. No politician has ever made any changes. It's when workers, the society, the disadvantaged, the communities, the pensioners, all right, the intellectual, the academic come together as one and stand up and say, hey, we want a better Trinidad and Tobago. Hey, a better Singapore. Hey, you know, it is only then that we'll see the changes. And then finally, everything within your country is about leadership. It's about the vision that your leader have and where your leader want to take you. And if your leader want to take you where you know that you're not supposed to go, you have a right to stand up and say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. This is the time for us to intervene. And we believe in the National Trade Union Center and also the labor movement. And I think all right-thinking people that this is the time. This is the time for us now to raise our voices for what is right.
And you tell us, of course, the focus, some of the nuts and bolts that would have be, let's say, countenance or people will be familiar with in terms of well, of course, the latest is property tax, and you have, of course, increase in electricity rates, and we can go on and on. But just give them that so that from a very grassroots perspective, a very what I consider to be nuclear level, people will see from a granular level, people will see that how that this thing is affecting their lives and should take a decision, of course, to support this move. And we here on the Ground Report, I want to tell you one time, we support it. Anything, of course, to make certain that it improves the quality of life and standard of living of the people, and particularly of the grassroots. And therefore, we certainly will do our best here on this side to promote your initiative. I'm sure that before that day, I'm sure that we probably will have another exercise like this, but just give them the nuts and bolts.
All right, well, I do appreciate it, and I want to thank you all again for being progressive and for always understanding, as you rightly said, the nuts and bolts and the grassroots issues that we are facing, not the intellectualization, which has nothing to do with the realities that is on ground zero. And as I continue to say, when you do not have a relationship with your people, when you do not have a relationship with the poor and the oppressed and the people who are feeling the pain more, you will have a society that we are having in Trinidad and Tobago. A relationship with your people is not every 5 years. Come out and vote for me, right? And then do the race card and all these kinds of things. No, it is more than that. So let me just give you an example. All right. Now we are doing some research, and we are seeing about 60% of the labor force is $7,000 and under. Okay. And we heard everybody applaud about the minimum wage, but we said no, we don't want no minimum wage. We want living wages. Because our wage must be constructed in such a way to allow the worker who is employed to be able to put a shelter over his head, one. to be able to feed his family too, and to be able to meet his day-to-day commitments. As I speak to you, people are working, and within a week after they get a month's salary, that's it. They have to go and borrow money. They have to find themselves in the debt spiral, all right, with all the credit cards, which adds to the poverty level. And that is so because your financial ability, based on government policy, doesn't allow you to really expend your money in a way because it is so small to benefit your family. And we know, people who are listening to me, parents, single mothers have to make a decision from time to time whether or not to buy food or to send my child to school. How am I going to get money to buy the school books, right? And then on top of that, you now have the taxes that is being put onto the poor person. Let me give you an example. The proposed increases for the residential people is from 10 to 65 percentage points. The business is from 10 to 12. If I get a 4% wage increase, that is wiped out immediately. No one can deny that food prices has increased over the last 4 years by over 35 percentage points. These are increases in my monies that I have to put out. In other words, the purchasing power that I had 10 years ago, 5 years ago, cannot buy the same basket of goods that I have to buy in order for my child to survive. And let me end by saying, if you are a parent and if you are serious, anyone must know in Trinidad and Tobago that feeding your children properly for their educational growth, for the development of their minds, for giving them the proper nutritional value that is required for our children, that is growing, for children who have to study, is fundamental. And I'm therefore, our inability to do that, right, is a disruption to our youth and our children who are the future of this nation. And on that basis alone, right, we as parents, we as the people of Trinidad and Tobago must come on, because we have a responsibility to build a better future for our children. And that is what this is all about. And that is why so many people involved in crime from the depressed community.
Nice. Before you go, because this is the last question. We had to take a break. We had to go. We have to go. So before you go, my brother.
Listen, Andy, is a one answer thing. 3% unemployment, fact or fiction?
Friction, brother. Friction.
Okay.
Nice. And before you go, tell me how truthful this is here, because you haven't mentioned anything based on this. Tell me how truthful this is, whereby a prime minister is saying we must get the rich richer in order to create opportunities for the poor. So you listen to this and tell me what's your thoughts on this.
Next time you're talking with someone who doesn't think it's a problem that more and more of the nation's wealth and income are going to the top.
You have to find a way that you encourage the rich to get richer, because in getting richer, they create opportunities for the poor.
Mention these 7 economic fundamentals. Number 1, workers are consumers. Number 2, consumer spending accounts for 70% of all economic activity in the United States. Number 3, next time you're talking with someone who doesn't think it's a problem that more and more of the nation's wealth and income are going to the top.
You have to find a way that you encourage the rich to get richer, because in getting richer, they create opportunities for the poor.
Mention these 7 economic fundamentals. Number 1, workers are consumers. Number 2, consumer spending accounts for 70% of all economic activity in the United States. Number 3, people at the top spend a much smaller portion of their incomes than people in the middle class and below. Number 4, so when most of the economic gains go to the top, there's not enough purchasing power to keep the economy moving. Number 5, which means that in order to have sufficient demand for goods and services, a larger share of total income has to go to the middle class and the poor. Number 6, which requires a higher minimum wage, a bigger earned income tax credit, lower taxes on the middle class and the poor, financed by higher taxes on the wealthy, and stronger unions capable of negotiating higher wages.
You heard that? Stronger unions capable of negotiation for stronger wages. Just now, we just want to hear your thoughts on the rich must get richer. Hold on.
7, these don't hurt the wealthy. It's not a zero-sum game. In fact, the wealthy will do better with a smaller share of a rapidly growing economy than they're doing now with a large share of an economy that's barely growing at all. These are the 7 economic fundamentals.
I must stop you here. I was trying to follow you, but you're losing me.
Comrade, what's your thoughts on the Prime Minister when it coming to the minimum wage? Getting the rich richer and having strong unions in order to make sure that this is possible.
All right, let me. I am not surprised with that philosophy. Because the question that I will ask, and I'll say it publicly again, as Trinidadians, we ought to know who is financing the Balizé House, where the money is coming from. If you are talking about democracy, if you are talking about fairness, we must know, because we know that the one who paid the piper called the tune. And I'm not surprised about that philosophy, because it's a philosophy that has proven to be a failed philosophy. And there is no economic reality that the more money that the rich get, it is better for the poor. That is not the history. And when you look at the value of money and the amount of millionaires, like the Mosses and all these people, and how many millionaires and billionaires would have grown in the United States and other places, are you aware that you have over 400 and something million people who live below the poverty line, notwithstanding the increases of wealth in the United States and other countries? That is destroying the myth that is being perpetrated by a leader that I have to get the rich richer, right, for the poor to get money. It is foolish economic. It doesn't have sense. It doesn't have roots in the reality of what creates, right, a level playing field. I will ask the question, if that is so, what is the percentum of the rich people in Trinidad and Tobago? And what is the percentum of the lower ladder workers in Trinidad and Tobago? And you will begin to understand that that philosophy, that if the rich get rich, well, the poor person going to get richer, is a misrepresentation of economic realities, and that is accountable for some of the major economic crisis that we have in Trinidad and Tobago, and that accounts for the government fiscal policy. When a government, given the crisis that we have in this country, can just willy-nilly and without any heart and without any feeling and sensitivity say, take 4% over 6 years, which is less than 1% a year, that is all I have to pay. But you have money to spend on other things that is unproductive. And I want to remind the Prime Minister who made that statement that the best resource in any society is your human resource. And when you downgrade that to the level to project monies over people, well, then we're going to live what we live in and we see in Trinidad and Tobago today.
Thank you so much, comrade. Thank you so much for breaking it down. That statement about the rich getting richer, the rich get richer for the 8 years. There's billionaires now. What they doing with all your money? They go on Guyana and invest. Guyana people could be happy. They go on Jamaica and invest. Some of them going in Europe and all over and investing the money that the government give them instead of giving you it through your working wage, your back pays, and all these various things. Workers, you are the middle class. And for that, again, Friday morning, please God, at the promenade, it is only the right thing for you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, not only you, the workers, but you, the average person that facing electricity hike and many other things, to be there this Friday morning, 9 a.m. Thank you so much, comrade. Trinidad and Tobago, the next thing, one time, we must put into perspective. Some people, and this is how division is going, right? Where the unions was all the time. That's how some people would think. We have to mature in thinking, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, that's why I asked him, what is the paradigm shift that would cause the skeptics to come on board? I think he handled himself well in terms of the new paradigm that is existing. Things has gotten exponentially worse.
So explain to them, Lennox Smith, explain to them why we cannot put in our mind where the union was all the time, wherever it go, especially with he explaining to the mistakes that the union have made when the things he said they only used to come to deal with their wage and they say that not talk to them.
Selfish approach.
Talk to them,
representing paid let's say members, but of course traditionally probably they overlook the fact that when they would have taken those initiatives, others would have benefited from it. Like take for instance workers at AGC. They have no union representation, but when there is a negotiated increase, then they benefit as well. So I think what he said in essence is that they never took that on board, and in too many instances they have become complacent, and they would have settled, of course, not recognizing that there are socio-economic and psycho-cultural realities that the ordinary person seeking work, employed, unemployed, would be going through, and therefore the consequential hardships would of course impact on all, even those who would have had a salary to look forward to. And then of course he mentioned the question of crime and criminality, and that of course is affecting all and sundry, and therefore there must be a collective effort, and there must be an expansion of the philosophy and the ideology to encompass both the employed and the unemployed, if we are to have, of course, a fair and equitable society, and one that has a huge measure of peace and security, which is what, of course, is an imperative now, that clearly this administration, based on the organization of the March on Friday, is incapable. Let me repeat that, and I don't think I will be exaggerating when they said that part of the paradigm shift is that the present administration is incapable. It is simply impotent, not ready. From my perspective, never was, and they perpetrated a fraud on the people, and now the people have an opportunity now to simply respond in the way that is still decent and civil, but of course he has chopped short. We must go further and say that 2025 must come, and we hope that with the kind of pressure that must be applied both internally within the PNM and outside, and of course among the people, that an early election is called. It is simply untenable.
So truth. Yes, we will have some of the people out there saying, but the negative aspect will say, nah, me don't trust them, I don't this, I don't that. But at the end of the day, Trinidad and Tobago, why are they coming out on Friday? And the reasons in which they're coming out, is it in any way resonating with what you going through? So yes, if it is you have that doubt, please don't call the program to make contributions based on the negativity. Yes, it's a democracy, but this powerful program must be used as a united platform for bringing unity. It must be used as a platform that will unite with anybody that consciously fighting for the right thing and to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Let us don't go down the road because the PNM and people like Porter Spain and them will love when you all call in to give your contribution based on this big match. On Friday, please God, to come negative. Ting. The government will be like, yes, you see, we had them in our bubble. They ain't just here, so they ain't gonna come out. We could stay here and more and damage the people and do what they want. No. If you know that will be a mental, keep that to yourself. If it is you believe in unity, if you believe it's all hands must be on deck, if you believe in everything that any individual will be fighting for, that is the betterment of you and supporting it, well then the mic is yours when you call in. Let's stick it on to that, please, right? So the lines are open. What's your thoughts? Besides on that, what's on your front burner too this morning? Morning caller.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. And where you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
All right. I am calling on behalf of Greenwald Productions and the Sweet Jean, with connection to the event on the 4th of November.
Yes, and I am familiar with that event. Go ahead, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. Right. Good morning, first of all, to the panel, and good morning to all the listeners. This event would be postponed on the 4th of November. The fundraising event, a grand old school fundraiser event in aid of purchasing books, bags and boots for the children of the St. Joseph community. We unfortunately wrote a letter to the police requesting the presence of officers as well as other things, and up to now we have not gotten any response from any officer with regards to that event. So unfortunately we would have to postpone that event until further notice. So I just would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Amar for the support that they have given to us so far with regards to this event, and we'd like to apologize as well to the DJs that would have committed themselves to this event, and also to the patrons who would have been expecting this event to take place on Saturday. But unfortunately, as I iterated, the officers has not gotten in contact with me with regards to this event.
Yeah, and of course, before you go, what's the name of the organization that would have been promoting this event?
It is Greenwald Productions and Sweet Jean.
And Sweet Jean. And how the Jean is spelled?
Jean.
Yes, of course. There's another guy would say that it is supposed to be pronounced one. Thank you very much. I just wanted to make the point.
Thank you very much, Greenwald's production. Greenwald's production. Trinidad and Tobago had an event that was supposed to.
And Sweet Jean presents, right? And Sweet Jean is a twofold thing.
Nice. So Greenwall and Sweet Jean was supposed to be having something on Saturday, please God.
On Saturday.
And due to the police not responding to their letters, it have to be postponed for next timing to be next date to be announced, right, sir?
And St. Joseph Police. St. Joseph Police is the people that you would have submitted your application to.
Now you done gone. Morning caller, where calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report?
Andy, you here with me, plain and clear?
Plain and clear.
All right. Morning, Lennox. Morning, everyone.
Yes, morning.
Yes, I was calling on the troops, and I said the union to come out with their troops. And I'm so glad and proud to say this morning when I heard him, it was so wonderful. So I will be there Friday, but I want to say, when like how he came out this morning and said that remember I have people to have to put things in place. They have the children to organize the business now. At least he should have come out say like Monday or so and said something. Don't wait until 2 days before to tell us that. But for me, I am so happy and I will be there. Thank you, and I need everybody to come out and support that because I'm in a situation, I finished pay off for my property and up to now, 20 years now, I overpaid and I can't get my money, right? So everybody come out and support that venture. It's something that support with the planted bills and get food to eat and the hospital. All you come out in all the numbers. A little too late because Friday is Friday. But only please come up. Make every effort to come out.
Thank you very much.
Mr. August, morning, powerful, Andy. Far cry from about 2 days ago.
Yeah, boy.
Sounding powerful, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, indeed.
And
She taking advantage of the clarity and the audibility. Yes. That's good. We want to thank all the technicians involved in, of course, making certain that we reach with clarity all over the country and, of course, farther afield. So we want to,
thank you, each and every one of you. That was on board. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, morning.
Tagarigua.
Morning.
Tagarigua, I love Rowley. I want all you to come and just pay a 10 minutes visit to the Savannah there and see what these people, this vote PNM for. Just see how there is at a park. Where the park liquor, what you have to go down in and come out in all this mud and all this pool of water and people as well. I love PNM. Great is the PNM. All you just come down now. Just one of these, all you passing, just pass and drop in. And all you go see it for all yourself. People like to live in this mess.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, next caller. Let's take them calls and then short and sweet. Morning, caller.
Good morning, ground report.
Morning to you.
Morning. Andy, I want to disagree with your statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tunapuna. Honestly, seriousness. I being straightforward. I being straight again. Some people will say, but that's not the democracy. However it go. Lennox Smith, there, so I am. Please, whether you can explain, so nobody will feel that I just cut off Mr. Tunapuna. How it go? That's why I mentioned Lennox Smith. It have people that will disagree with Mr. Aniset and the union, and they're coming out. But at the end of the day, what are they coming out for? It's not only about the rate increase. It's about the crime, the violence, the bad roads, all those various things. I told them I understand their plight, but don't use the program. Don't use this powerful program to be no wedge on unity and people coming out to support the unions or to support themselves, because not the unions are supporting them, because some of the things that they're coming out to deal with is for their own selves. The bad roads is union. The union business is to make sure they get the wages and various. All these rest of things that I'm hearing here, the pipe-borne water, the crime situation, all these things. So please, I don't want to be, I'm not being disrespectful, so please explain to them.
But
I don't want the program.
Of common sense. I'm not saying that Mr. Tunapuna doesn't have it. But of course, we did ask a very specific question: why was the change? Why was the paradigm shift? Why the change of mind? Why somebody who is skeptical will want to? And he did, of course, I think, answered it. I mean, in a very frank and honest way. And of course, and what we said subsequently would have given the trigger for any caller to understand that this is a requirement, this is an imperative, this is a necessity, this is the Hobson's choice situation, and therefore any wedge would be a victory, or should I say a modicum of skepticism on the part of the government, and to benefit them. And of course, they are the culprit, they are the ones that are imposing all of this hardship. But of course, so long as there are those who would generate some kind of divisiveness, then of course we would be spinning top in mud, and we don't want that, at least this morning and moving forward to Friday.
Nice. So if it is you don't want to come out Trinidad and Tobago, don't. But my only problem is, don't use the program, this powerful program, to give no victory to the government by you all coming now to bash the unions, or to lash down the efforts or mash up the efforts of whatever they're planning to do on Friday. Please God, which will be beneficial to all of us. That's what I'm saying, Me saying whether all they want to talk, all they want to, just don't go if all they don't want to, if all they feel all right, or they rather suffer and not at the union, at least be other people coming out or trying to unite the people, or to at least put up a fight against the government. It's understandable. My issue is, please don't make the PNM, the government, be clapping, feeling strong that hey, see, look, we doing that what they want. The union bringing them out, want to bring them out. Want to mobilize the force, But yes,
at the risk of we controlling the narrative, but I think we are on the right path. If there is unanimity, the government will obviously think differently than if there is any modicum or any fly in the ointment that would give them any opportunity to say that the people are not united against the evil that they have perpetrated on the people. And this is what we want, and we insist upon.
Nice. So with due respect to everybody, again, if you ain't going and you ain't trust and you this, you keep that to yourself. Please, the people that connect with why they're going out, whether it be for crime, whether it be for the salary, whether it be for no water, whether it be for bad infrastructure, the roads, whether it be for whatever. Let me allow those people to call and give a positive view of why we come. Because I supposed to be total real feelings with the union, but why? Unity is strength. Don't you remember that? Morning.
There is a greater good where that necessitates the putting aside of any skepticism and any feelings that you may have to the contrary. Let's go to the lines.
Morning, caller.
Yes, Andy. Thanks again for cutting me off. But you should have asked me why I made that statement. And Lennox asked the question, what it is that brought about this thing, this whole change of things for the labor movement now to be active. Lennox, the whole thing is this, is they have seen to capitalize on what the ground report, the mobilization of the ground report.
Well, he said that.
This I want to put on Andy, because all the time they have been sitting and remember there's a saying, for those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. But here it is, this is an opportunity for people, and Andy, you rightfully say it, for everybody to come out and show and be in solidarity and whatnot. But I want to also make comments about what...
Well, let me ask, come out and show solidarity for who, the union?
No, it's for the country.
All right, correct, go ahead.
Trust the union. People don't trust the union, not even their own membership.
Yeah, the purpose, the function, the thing, we have established that,
Right, they don't even come out. But you see, what is the hypocrisy in it, Andy? And let me explain this. You talk about disrespect for women. But the very said trade union who drag mannequin and say what kind of thing about Kamla, the very said union didn't condemn the Rowley and them statement that they make about the opposition leader and all this kind of thing. And there was so much other thing. I wanted to ask Rojam, and he said, if it is that he's related to Bridget, and he said, George, to condemn, because I have never heard them say it, that to condemn Speaker of the House, because when there are pertinent issues raised by the opposition, as it relates to the governance and the economy and the employment, how come it is all
right, and let me ask something. Is this going into a debate of why they did this, why they didn't do that, why, and whoever, or would this be a debate based on Friday, please God, there's noble things that they are asking people to come out and support their lady platform, but people now not going out there to say support the union, they're going out there to support the issues that they're going through. Your contribution will be laying that platform, or will be laying the platform, because when you don't talk there, I telling you, Mr. Tuma, I don't want to go there.
Ali?
When you don't talk, I telling you, I don't want to go and support them.
We are not focusing on the medium. We are not focusing on the person who is carrying the message. What we are focusing on is the message. Nothing to do with the carriers of the message or those who would have organized for the highlighting of the message. Let's get that very clear.
Let me tell you something. You see, the whole question of this thing is just as how people trust the ground report. Because why? You bring information, you reveal all the things that is necessary, and the state of the economy and whatnot, which the trade union have not been doing. And I want to just draw your attention to something. When the Kamla Prasad Bissessa, the partnership, settled negotiations at 12 and 14% and what have you, and so, Kate Rowley come out and tell the country that Kamla Prasad Bissessa in the hot for settled negotiations, settled trade negotiations, and leave it in a deficit of a budget of over $5 billion. Did the trade union movement come out in her defense and say, well, okay, yeah? They didn't.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tunapuna.
I'd rather take a break. He doesn't understand, Andy, that is a discussion. That's a valid discussion, but for another time. We are not concerned with the messenger. We are concerned with the message. And all we are asking is that to show and demonstrate unanimity, to understand that there is an existential threat to the society, the economy, the people, the governance, the government of Trinidad and Tobago, perpetrated by the Rowley-led administration that is in government, is the crucial issue. These other matters, they are not extraneous. They are important, yes, but not on this occasion. That is all.
No, but what he's going to regurgitate to us, Lennox Smith and Trinidad and Tobago, we already know. We already know the role mannequin. We already know those disrespected the Kamala. We already know they drop the ball. Yeah. We already know the people don't trust them. We already know when they call out a match, it's them people coming with them. We don't know all of that. And Rowley, the PNM, the devil, everybody having a field day now. Yeah, a field day. Watch, they can never unite. That is why Rowley will stay there and continue to damage we and do it what they want. Because we go continue to gasp on all the negative, all this, but to unite against what all are we feeling. We go find reasons to not.
And we have no choice. We have no choice. There must be a unanimity of position. And I am disappointed, frankly, with Mr. Tunapuna, who has not understood that. There is sufficient time to engage in that kind of disappointment, if you want to call it that, or that conflict of ideology and ideas, and of course the historical antecedent. We are familiar with that. What we are saying is that we are in a situation where we must come together. We must not only come together, must also be also appear to be together. That is a common refrain in the legal fraternity. Justice must not only be done, but it must appear to be done, and that is the context in which we want this discussion to go this morning, at least until, of course, the conclusion of that exercise on Friday. After that, you could talk how much you want.
Thank you very much, Lennox Smith. Hey, let me say a pleasant good morning to Councillor Nasser Hussein. My brother, pleasant good morning to you. Trinidad and Tobago, before I talk with the Councillor Nasser Hussein, I want to thank him for the role that he played before this, before he gets re-elected. Yeah, to the people there up there in Sandy Grande there. Before Councillor Nasser Hussain get re-elected, he played a major role, writing, talking, begging, putting things in place to get that railway road. You see that railway road that all you see pitch there from the beginning go down. Some of you all see whereby a certain part that water, our cement burst and throwing up water will fix back all of that and all those various things. Yes, the people of Sandy Grande, the people of Railway Road, Nasser Hussain, not the PNM, not Monroe, not Sinaran, Councillor Nasser Hussain played a critical, major role before the local government election, before they gave him a chance. That's why it's deservingly that you all give him back a chance in having that railway road. Yes, that railway road that well paved now, looking nice, straight up to TNTech all day. The only thing is I find the PNM drop the but not the PNM, the contractors, whoever get the work, drop the ball with certain parts that should have put box drain so the road ain't good, but not majority of the road well good. But just in the beginning of the railway road they around by where it was doing all the box drain thing, they should continue the box drain on. I think it have parts on the left hand side, not long in it, not long and far, and it has some on the right hand side, which will come like will hold as retaining wall now for the road itself not to slip when that time reach, so the paving go last long now. Lennox Smith, that's what I'm talking about. But Councillor Nasser Hussain, I'm glad that you're here, and I want to thank you in advance for that critical, major role you played before the local government elections in ensuring the people, your purchases, get that railway road well paved and in order. Thanks to you, and let them know the other roads that are on the markup to be paved very, very soon. Councillor Nasser Hussain, well, we have Lennox Smith in studio. A pleasant good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, good morning to those on the World Wide Web, those who are listening, everyone who are locked on. Listen, I have a simple solution to this prime situation. Yeah. I'm advising the Minister of National Security, the Commissioner of Police, and the Prime Minister forthwith. Yeah, forthwith, oh God, if you only can, only resign. In fact, the entire cabinet, the entire bloody cabinet, resign now. Call the elections now. You all are incapable of management. You are incapable. You have shown it for the past 8 years. Look at Ghana, oh God, they are better off than us now. Qatar, right? Dubai. Nearly same size. From 1986, same years of boom years. And look how these people transform a desert lands into a place you and I would like to go. Am I not correct?
Totally correct.
Yeah. So I have a simple solution. Let them go. Anyways, we are looking at Sandy Grande, Northwest. I have approximately 10 roads to pave, which were awarded. So there would be sort of lightning happening in Sandy Grande Northwest, right? Namely, just off the hand, Ramuta Street, right? I got near to the school. You have Rooster Street to be paved, Gomez Street to be paved. You have from where the Gomez Street where it stopped for the school to run. In fact, the principal of the school, Mr. Shaman Bagalu, asked me in 2020, Nasa, you are now here. Can you do something for the school children and parents where they walk each day? Right? So we have some projects coming up, and I'll enlighten you on it as time goes by. All right? Today is my office day where I deal with businesses and so on. Every Wednesday between 9 to 2:30 p.m. 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Yeah, right. That's my office day. And apart from that, my office is now located at number 4 Ramdas Street, Sandy Grande. It's not too far from the Sandy Grande Regional Corporation. It's directly at the corner of the Ranjan Street and Ramdas Street. Yes. So we'll keep in touch.
Nice. So there's some of the places that roads that have to be paved. There's Ramata Street, Section 1, Section 2, and then the various things. Rup Singh Street Extension, all the Savvy Trace, Michael Street, Railway Road, Ramdas Street, Section 1, Ramdas Street, Section 2. Right, all those is roads that have to be paved. Some of those have to get box drains.
Yeah,
and all those
box drain. Yeah,
nice.
10 by 10 box drain and paving. Yeah.
Nice. Jacksonville Street. What are they get? What is paving or box drain? Right,
Paving.
Jacksonville Street, Hibiscus Drive and Orchard Drive. All that's paving.
Yeah, that is up in the Coca.
Nice.
Orchard Drive. Yeah.
Nice, all that is paving. Oh boy, so Tata Hussein, you're doing a great job. You're putting things together just the same way. You played a very instrumental role on that railway road. I'm also seeing Kenny Street. So Kenny Street is on the charts to be paved and all those things too.
Yeah. You know, performance is beat all talk.
Performance is beat all talk now, sir boy. He's a boss.
Anytime.
He's a boss. Keep up the good work.
Particularly, Andy, I like his application of what is called deductive reasoning to draw the conclusion that he did, and that is that the only choice that the government has is to resign, and I mean, because you can't do the same thing over and over and over and expect it, and you expect a different result, and the same result is emanating, and you don't understand that you have exhausted the tolerance of the people in this particular case. Simply resign and get out. But of course, I suppose the lure of the Treasury seem to be a very potent force. But of course, that has consequences. You have to talk to the criminal investigations of the police when the time comes. But go ahead. Yes,
no, but I'm so
I want to commend you for that situation.
$500 billion in 8 years spent. Oh God, so something that. And would you believe that they're gonna open the Sarangani Hospital, right? And they're gonna use that to show, right? $500 billion you all spent in 8 years, and you're gonna use the Sarangani Hospital. Yeah, by the way, it's gonna open soon, in March. They're hustling it up. It has not been outfitted, but we would like to know the cost. You know, the cost.
Not even opening of that Sandy Grande Hospital will change the people of Sandy Grande Northeast for your stewardship and the hard work that you have been doing and proving. And I am happy that I always work alongside you. I am happy. I'm also seeing Trinidad and Tobago, besides what have to happen, Trinidad and Tobago and you, the people of Sandy Grande Northeast, it still have Gale Street. It still have northeast, northwest, or the whole of Sandy Grande doing that. Oh, you see how the man.
No. My district is Sandy Grande Northwest. I'm saying the hospital will serve the entire region. Yeah.
Nice. So I also seen here, Mr. Nasser Hussein, besides what it is highlighted, we are also, so for those of you in Thomas Street, your name is on the list, right, to be dealt with. Remember that I deal with it in stages, and you know the government operating when it comes to giving the corporations money, funding, right? Cock Street, your time coming. San Pedro Street Extension, your time coming, because you're here on the list to be dealt with. Oh, yes.
And would you believe we have been allocated less money in the corporation, less money, yeah? Just imagine we don't have money to employ, to give the people a little 20 days, 10 days, bro. Yeah? We still look Christmas coming. You understand? So, anyways, I am saying now, those who are listening and who do depend on the 20 days and so on, no releases. There are no releases for short-term 20 days employment in the San Grande Regional Corporation. No
staff holiday, boy.
Please hear that.
The staff holiday.
In spite of the minister, the finance minister said that the rollout, there's a special line item that will augment what is already there. And you're saying that it is traditional for you to get some kind of release for that purpose, but it was not, of course, assigned to you all, consequential of the recently passed budget. That's what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying.
Let me just say the staff already. Let me just say the staff already. The staff we there, Sandy Grande, Toko, Valencia. The staff we there. But let me ask something then. I heard that for all the grounds, which is in Sandy Grande, Northeast or Northwest, all Toko, from Motura to Matla, all Valencia, that all they get to keep the uplift of these grounds, all these recreation facilities is $75,000.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Telling you no releases, bro. No. I mean, listen up. What does it take to manage a country? 1.4 million people. Billions of dollars have gone down the drain, bro. Corruption to the core. When I heard Alan Roberts mention all these things, reminded us from them. So now, it's sad. It's really, really sad that money goes down the drain. Like, according to Michael Manny, like a dose of salt. Oh, God. Should they go and wake up now? Or they wake up now. Regardless of your red, blue, green, yellow, whatever. Or they wake up now, man. Oh, gosh, boy. And you know something? There's a cozy corner on the map. That cozy corner on the map, on the left of the map, right, where you see the red. Look at the yellow and look at the red. I call it the cozy corner, you know. They have been maintaining this PNM government for some time now, from a river going right down the east-west corridor. And why they can't open their eyes and see the truth. Wake up, people, wake up, oh God, I beg you all, wake up there. 2025 coming. We got to remove this. We got to remove this government now. Yes. All right.
And you know what this
thank you, boy, Lassa boy. I guess Saturday, but we will stay strong. We have to stay strong for the people of Sandy Grande Northwest, the people of Sandy Grande on the whole, the people of Valencia, the people that makes up that constituent, the people all up there by Cohen, Philip. Yeah, the chairman and all of them. Ah, my God. How are they doing that with that little bit of money and going and serve all that set of people now, sir?
And you know, I had to big up the chairman, you know. He has changed the music a little bit. I had to big up Chairman Kenwin Phillip.
Kenwin Phillip is a boss, yeah.
Yes. He has brought a certain tranquility, a sense of belonging. There is a certain peace in the corporation at this time. Yeah, and I strongly support him now and in the future.
Nice, Kenwin Phillip.
So clearly, he is doing
Chairman
human
Phillip.
service with less.
Keep up the good work, my brother. Calvin Sitaran and all of you, all keep up the good work. Keep it up. Oh boy. Thank you so much, Nasser Hussein.
Yeah, welcome anytime. Thank you.
Yes, man.
Thank you very much, sir. You know, Andy, the border issue is really, if that is the case there, and of course we heard that yesterday from the councillor from Tawakit side, the chairman there. So
Ryan Rampersad told us that yesterday.
Yes. So it means therefore, those two put together, we could replicate that into the other regional corporations. So it is clear now, people, that the whole question of property tax and the augmenting of additional resources to have these corporations function properly was another hoax on the part of this government. That the entire campaign was surrounding a hoax. And while of course 60,000 more persons voted for the UNC, which is a clear case of a rejection, certainly in terms of regional corporation gain control. I think, of course, from that perspective, too many people fell for that nonsense and that deception once again. So I trust that now that we are in the post, and those of us who were saying that don't trust the government, don't trust the PNM, that is pie in the sky talk, that is political rhetoric, that is of course part of the propaganda. I'm sure now, based on those two examples alone, we have not touched the others as yet, but clearly everybody got short rather than an increase. You be your own judge. You do not go into the national elections in 2025 if it comes there, because one expects it will come before. But should in case it goes there, I want you to understand, keep these kinds of issues in the back of your head as you go to the polls and to do human service and, of course, demonstrate your conscience and do what is right in your own best interest ultimately.
Nice. Trying to go, we go for a quick break and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Gong Report. We'll be back.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Are you stressed and worried by problems? Then meet Priest Santosh Ji. Priest is specialized in palm, face, photo, date of birth reading, and gives solutions to problems in marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all black magic, negativity, bad luck permanently, and gives good luck and lifelong protection. Then call Priest Santosh Ji 384-3844. That's 384-3844.
Sheltec Electronic, Capital Plaza, 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Port of Spain. So you're looking for the best prices in gaming products? Come on down and visit Sheltec Electronics, the gamer's paradise. Get the latest PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch system. Games and accessories, Apple Stream, Roblox cards available. Daily clearance items up to 70% off. Pre-order new releases and save 15%. Come on, visit us online at sheltechelectronics.com. Cash in on the bargain. Sheltec Electronics, 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Port of Spain. 627-3757. Cash in on those bargains now.
Canupia. Guess what? DG Homes' newest gated community, Daniel Estate, opens up the possibilities on the 30th of September for that new lifestyle with its beautifully designed 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, modern interior finishings with a superbly manicured landscaped front and backyard homes, starting at $1.65 million. And that's not all. One lucky homeowner will have a chance to win a brand new car. A brand new car. Yes, pull up and park your new car in your 4-vehicle parking space. Limited availability. So, what are you waiting for? Email us at info.dghomes@gmail.com or call 691-5659 for info to register a viewing. Beautiful home, beautiful car, beautiful life. Home is DG Homes, Daniel Estate, Canupia. NLCD approved.
Green Wall Production and Sweet Jean presents a grand black and white old school fundraising event.
Double Dutch bus coming down the street.
Saturday, November 4th.
Saturday, 4th November.
At Cayman Community Center, Cayman Road, St. Joseph, with 104.7 FM DJ Starboy Curry, sensational sound, and the old school assassin, Music Jet. 3 big DJs out of More FM coming to play. Advance tickets $80. For more info, call 770-2703, 301-0755, and 286-2009. We are coming. Get your tickets now. In aid to raise funds to buy books, bags, and boots for children. Let's come together and help a child go to school. This ad sponsored by More FM 104.7.
Some call it a meal, some call it a snack. KFC Munch Pack. Hungry, you're hungry, yeah, we deal with that. KFC Munch Pack. Munch Pack after work or lunchtime. Munch Pack tasty, gold and divine. Munch Pack. KFC, you could find this deal, that's one of a kind. KFC Munch Pack, yeah, we love that. Gold and goodness to go. KFC Munch Pack, yeah, we love that. This deal is for you, yeah.
Hungry for deals? Enjoy a KFC Munch Pack with 1 piece of delicious chicken and 1 regular side for only $21.95. Only from KFC.
More FM 104.7 Icons Can Cook is back. This year, we team up with Hearty Food Supermarket again. More FM and Hearty Food Supermarket Icons Can Cook 2. Saturday, 25th November 2023 at Hearty Foods Car Park on Queen and Susano Street, Arima.
Long live Aruka.
The fun starts at 1 p.m. and we eat, drink, lime, and have a time all the way till 10 p.m. Who will take the grand prize and the Icons Trophy this year? Get tickets from any 104.7 FM staff member, Hearty Food Supermarket, or at the radio station to taste the hand of your favorite Icon team for just $50. More FM and Hearty Foods. Icons can cook too. Saturday, 25th November 2023 at Hearty Foods Car Park in Arima. Get your tickets now.
Let me see.
Hitman Howie T presents I Am Old School, his 36th DJ anniversary celebration on Saturday, 4th November. We party from 9 p.m. till 4 a.m.
Come see the Hitman.
If you want the job done properly, fire the that them and come hire me.
Dress code, multicolor retro wear, or yellow, white, and black. Hitman Howie T will be in full concert mode.
You come from a land down. Take it back to the old school. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
I Am Old School, featuring General Grant, Skrinta, tickets are $200 at the door mall. Get them now at Bobby's Bar Curep, New Luna, Aruka, Sion's Bar, San Fernando, Kirby's Kitchen, next to Busy Corner Mall, Chaguanas, Fats International, Trinity Mall, and Arima, Revive Beauty Salon, McCoy Lake, Caliente Bar, Curep, Amanda's Grill, Excellent City Mall, Port of Spain, Roadside Cafe, Silver Mill, San Juan, 104.7, and the Sawa team. Don't miss I Am Old School. 104.7 FM is the official station for I Am Old School.
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand filled by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruka, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
Trinidad and Tobago. Our son of the soil holds his first signature concert in the Southland.
This one, long overdue.
A story over 25 years in the making.
Don't let nobody tell you.
From Tunapuna to La Hoqueta.
From the corner to the studios, always had that dream.
So I know we got more love in a Trinidad and dating.
And from Studio 53 to the world.
Don't you know your love is so deep?
On Saturday, 25th November, San Fernando Hill. Get ready for I Sasha, my first concert.
I Sasha, I'm doing this with the people and for the people.
Come out in your white garments as I Sasha and the Cornerstone Band lift TNT up with love.
South is love.
South is the destination.
So they don't know, make it a day to remember. Put it down in the calendar. The 25th of November.
I Sasha, my first concert. Wear white. Powered by Iowan Fireworks.
Welcome to Tranquility, your trusted financial partner. For saving, investing or borrowing, no one can serve you better. With financial strength and stability, Tranquility withstands any test. With continuous growth and security, quality service at its best. We work with securing your family's future. We plan with taking your ideas further. We have making your burdens lighter. We are Tranquility, your financial partner.
Tranquility Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Quality service at work.
Tranquility Credit Union, now offering the lowest interest rate for new vehicle loans. Visit our website or follow us at Tranquility TT for details.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Nice. We are back. We are no longer hear from Anderson Wilson. A little while now. I wonder if you'll be attending that thing on Friday there. And please, I hope you all understand. Please, please, please. I hope you all understand. Right? We can't be on a morning practicing unity. Understanding is because we as Trinidad and Tobagonians are disunited via race, via religion, and all those various things. And then if anybody try to come up with an effort where we can show force against the government of our dissatisfaction and the poor representation what they're putting on to us, and we still want to fight that only will be we fighting ourselves. So let me don't practice that. Remember, if all I know the Pitbull is about unity and a better Trinidad and Tobago, and it's about that, I understand that the unions and them hurt many people. I understand that many of you don't trust unions, including myself. But that don't mean to say that if it is to have something in my own best interest, that I would not support it. We have to. Whereas then God, that means we are not being really and truly being God-fearing. Because in one hand, we can't want to unite the country politically, do all of this wabab, and in the next hand we can't unite because we totem feelings and all them things which is ungodly, because who with no sin cast the first stone. A pleasant good morning to you, caller. Where calling from and what's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Andy morning, Mikey K. Cuff, Leonard.
Hey, Anderson, I don't call your name there,
Andy, I will be down here from 6 in the morning. I will be leaving Beta, I live in Beta, I live in 6. I will encourage all. It's not that channel, a little too small going to school, and I might be there too and all. I am encouraging everybody, whether there's a part of a union, you all are Trinbagonians, you all are citizens of this country. But because see people dying so, just below which regime or below which administration, that they can hear, I don't know what sin the PNM does do. Remember in Belmont, there are 4 men came. 4 men was covered up in a hole. That was below the PNN. You can have a worker in a hole below the PNN. We have some men was in a pipe there, working in the oil. That end up trapped. Right? And the list can go on and on. When they dying in the fours, they're dying in the doubles, triples. The murder, the extent of the murder is way gone. School children not been fed properly. Right, certain times, parents are unable to buy textbooks still. Now to get a grant, you gotta go through a means test to get $1,000. There's too much going on in this country, Andy. And if this is our way of demonstrating and protesting, whether it's for more money, whether it's for the murder, the kidnappings, the home invasion, I think we all, as citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, should find out. When we say the point, I'll be talking about the border spin point, and I will be in Trinidad. I know you're listening. You say, when you walk off in the email, everybody say, Andy. I know you will be there too also. So, I am encouraging everyone.
Right after the program on Friday, I will be heading right there.
I have some family coming from Grenada, they say they will be there also. Very nice. So I love all listening, and I'm encouraging everybody, whoever come push back, who wanted to come and push back, this is the time to show our face.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wilson. Malak Smith, before we close up, you want to say anything? Let me see if Mr. X, he always early in our way, so he might be done.
I realized that 9 o'clock already. I encourage, of course, all. I think you had mouthful, a headful, comprehensive assessment as to what is happening in the country, and we have an imperative. We have no choice. We are faced with a very dire situation, dire situation, I should say, but dying might be an appropriate word as well as we have an existential threat to the democracy, our economy, and our way of life, and of course our standard of living and quality of life, and therefore all of us must now have been called upon to respond appropriately against this marauding bunch of opportunistic political mafia and criminal parasites.
All right, let me tell Ram Rampasad, Sam, Mr. Brazil, over messages of coming here. Please tell Mr. Sam that the CTTRC, which is the Couva Talparo Tabakit Regional Corporation Technical Team, Mr. Sam, have been trying to get on to you since Monday. Please, God, to get on to him regarding the site visit to repair his road. Lennox, if you have Mr. Brazil number, you know that the old man with the beard.
I think And maybe we should have it somewhere here. So I'll ask my assistant to communicate with
him. Tell him they're trying to get one thing to deal with the road.
I've been liaising with him for some time now, so I suspect he will. Yeah, I'll let him. Now the opportunity has presented itself. He should make himself available.
No answer. He said
that's good news for him.
He said no answer. The Chairman Ryan Rampersad said they call in 2 phones and no answer on both his numbers. No answer on both his numbers.
It appears that the situation has been reversed now. They are now calling on him while he was calling on them before. But that's how it is. The circumstances, human situation. But of course, I'm sure eventually things will settle out itself. People, of course, have a wonderful rest of the day. And don't forget, of course, Andy will tell you what is happening tonight.
Oh boy, so Trinidad and Tobago, don't forget Corridor Transformation tonight. Yours truly, Lennox Smith, from 8 p.m. on YouTube and on Facebook. And obviously we cannot forget yours truly, Michael Kerr, the Mikey K, on Gael the channel tonight. Remember, it's on Tuesdays and Wednesdays on Gael the channel. Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. X already there. I don't see the text. That man there since 8:24 there. Telling all I don't know, he ain't getting a flat. He ain't thinking I ain't getting no extra time from this man at all. I wish I could get late. He come 20 minutes late at least, man. I'm gonna get 20 minutes to spend time with you. But he's there, he always on time. That's the type of man he is, right? So until tomorrow, please God. Coming up next, Sense and Sensibility. Robert Amal, Mr. X. On behalf of the Ground Report team, yours truly, Andy Williams, the Pitbull Radio, better known as Andy for Grandy, because Grandy for Andy, Valencia, Matura, straight to Matlock. We are out of here.
With Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
Mr. X!
Rainy season is here, so be weather smart and change your tires to